maybe you should slow down on the drinking a little bit, huh?
She's fine. You should have some too, Elk.
Oh, well, thank you, Emerata.
Hey, miss. That's me. What is it, Melinda? Have some of this, too. Ooh, that looks tasty. I'm glad we came here. This place is great. You have clean streets, delicious food, and you really roll out the welcome mat for strangers.
Well, thank you for the compliment. The truth is, there's a reason we live in comfort. Those of us here in Kokonono Village owe our prosperity to our lord, Oslo El Gustav, as well as His Highness, Emperor Lindworm von Freyagard. We're happy to share our prosperity with as many people as possible, including any strangers who happen to pass our way.
That's right. Mama gets so excited when people come here, she puts out more food than they could ever eat.
Now, Melinda, don't give away all our secrets.
Oh, sorry about that.
You know, I'm surprised things are so different. This town's a lot friendlier than the last one.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Don't be shy. We have lots more if you want.
You know what? That sounds good. Maybe I will have a refill.
Drink all you like.
I do like. Yay! This is one of the best inns I've ever stopped in. In fact, if you ask me, it's incredible. I drank, I ate, and now I'm gonna take myself a nice little nap.
Are you sure you're okay? Sorry about this. Guess we got a little too generous with the wine.
Don't fret over it. She'll be absolutely fine, I think.
If you say so. Anyway, we have no other guests right now. You both will have the whole place to yourselves.
So, listen to me.
Huh?
I'm not trying to be rude, but you two should both leave as soon as you can.
Melinda! It's time to go.
Yes, ma'am.
That was weird. I gotta tell you, I'm stumped. I find it hard to believe there's a village that's actually this well off anywhere within the Empire. If they're comfortable with things the way they are, then I have to imagine they wouldn't support the teachings of the Seven Light Faith. We'll just have to discuss this when we're sober.
Hold on a second. I think I can help you with that. Well, how do you feel? Are you sobered up now?
What the hell's going on here? What are you doing? Wait, I thought that you were drunk.
Don't be silly. There's no way a shinobi would get drunk on a few glasses of wine.
Then, why were you putting on that act?
Because something's not right around here.
Huh?
You mean you didn't notice? The people acted strange. They kept encouraging us to eat and drink the whole time we were there, but they barely even touched the food themselves. even though all of them are starving.
How do you know that?
Trust me, I could tell. They tried to hide as much of it as they could with makeup, but their skin is rough and dried out, and their eyes are so jaundiced even an amateur could spot it from across the room. Those are classic signs of severe malnutrition.
How did you notice that stuff?
From the moment we entered this village, I had a sense that something was wrong. I did a little snooping around and discovered a secret. I can show you. All right. Ready, Elk? Don't freak. Here's the truth behind the village.
What is this?
They lure travelers to their inn, fill them up on food and drink until they can't move, and then they do this.
They're killing them and stealing all of their money?
I don't think that's all of it. These people feel more like a den of vampires. It looks to me like they're murdering people, then draining their victims dry and eating their flesh.
Wait a minute. Do you mean we just ate?
No, you don't have to worry. What you and I both ate was regular animal meat.
All villagers, out of your homes and line up now! The Silver Knight Jean de LeBlanc is here for her weekly inspection. All right, now that everyone has assembled, let's have the greeting!
Thank you very much, sir, for your generosity. Because of you, we commoners can enjoy another happy and productive 24 hours of service. For this blessing, we humbly thank His Imperial Majesty.
What the?
Everyone, continue to stand at attention. All of you have passed. Return to your homes. Stop there! Mother and child!
Yes? What is it?
There is dirt on the arm of your daughter's blouse!
As you well know, your attire must always be free of dirt and damage, maintained in a clean and beautiful condition. Anyone who lives within His Imperial Majesty's borders has to maintain these standards.
Bring the child here. We shall administer the punishment.
What's going on? What's the point of all this?
Who knows? Sometimes, compassion is stifled by the authority someone holds over others. And they do things that no normal person would ever be able to understand.
Mother! Mother! Please don't do this! The child's mistake is really the parent's mistake after all! So in this case, please punish me!
You stopped smiling. As the people protected by His Imperial Majesty, you must show your gratitude to him at all times by maintaining a smile. These are the laws of Duke Gustave.
Now smile! That is an order!
What? All this over a little stain on her clothes?
What are you planning to do?
Put a stop to it!
You're going out to protect the people who tried to deceive and murder us earlier?
That girl was different. She tried to warn us. She told us to run. I have to help.
I understand how you feel, Elk. So listen, if you're determined to go through with this, I have a plan. Hello there!
Who the hell are you?
If you keep whipping her like that, she's going to die. So I'd appreciate it if you'd knock it off.
That uniquely shaped weapon is a shuriken. She's a dangerous ninja. Tell me, are you from the Yamato Empire? I guess you've revealed yourself to rescue this young girl. Am I right?
Yes, so would you care to make a deal with me?
What do you have in mind?
Obviously, surrounded by all these men of yours, I'm not likely to win a battle. However, in the process, I'll be able to take over half of them down with me. And that will include you, by the way. But instead, if you promise to immediately stop your cruel treatment of this child, I'll let you capture me without a fight.
Very well. You may release the girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Melinda!
Thanks so much.
Seize her at once! We're taking her with us.
You're going to rescue the girl by surrendering?
Right. If I'm lucky, these guys might transport me right to the enemy's doorstep. Take this. Just make sure to tell Tsukasa that I let myself be captured, okay?
Be careful, Shinobu.
Well, this didn't work out quite the way I had hoped. For starters, they didn't take me all the way to their lord's castle, but I should be able to gather some information from this one. I guess one plan would be to break out of these chains, kidnap the Silver Knight, and then force her to tell me everything she knows about Gustav. That would be the most efficient way to handle this.
Open it.
Yes, ma'am. I presume you're gonna torture her?
Leave us. Go outside.
Huh? I could do that if you wish, but don't you think it's dangerous to leave you alone with her?
I can handle myself. Besides, torturing a prisoner is an entertainment. I don't need an audience.
But surely I could be of some assistance, Commander. Ah!
Go, now! Unless you would prefer to be carried out.
Right! As you wish, ma'am.
Listen. I know you're probably going to think I'm crazy, but I have to give you fair warning. I'm a shinobi. You want to be careful with me.
Thank you both so much for saving my daughter.
I saw what you keep in the basement. You were all planning to murder us in our sleep, weren't you? And then feast on our bodies.
Can you please forgive us?
That's a stupid request! Why would I do that?
Because we were desperate, we had no choice. Believe me, if we didn't do this, none of us would have survived. Kokonono village was originally a small farming community. We made our living growing wheat and selling it at open markets. However, when Gustav became our lord, the first thing he did was issue a beautification decree. The end result was, we had to ensure that the people in the streets were maintained in spotless condition at all times, day and night. And of course, all the expenses for that mandate came out of our own pockets. We couldn't get muddy, so we could no longer work the fields, and we had no way to make a living. Eventually, the village was completely penniless. We spent every day fighting against starvation. We ate everything we could possibly eat. And when there was finally nothing left, we did what we had to do in order to survive. Even though we were poor, as long as we were together and had a little bit of food on the table, we could tell ourselves that we were happy. But now I have to face the truth. There's no way around it. I've done despicable acts in the name of survival. There's no way I'll ever be happy again.
I'm afraid what you've done can never be forgiven. But you didn't cause this.
I want to thank you for saving that young girl earlier today. It was a very brave act.
Excuse me, what exactly is going on here?
My name is, in fact, Jean de LeBlanc. I'm an Imperial Silver Knight in service to Count Bloomheart, and a member of the Azure Brigade. We're concerned about the future of this region. Its leader is suspect. If you have come from the Yamato Empire to infiltrate this particular region, then you and the Azure Brigade share a common enemy in Duke Fastidius, also known as Oslo El Gustave. They say the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Are you willing to join us? Be part of the resistance and overthrow the Duke?
Oh, just look at it. What a beautiful and radiant form. This golden statue will be a lasting tribute from the people he rules to His Majesty's glory.
Yes, sir. It will be placed at the center of the Grand Fountain in the central plaza of the Imperial capital, where everyone can admire it.
Excellent. Now, let us make 4 more of these and place 1 in each of the regions bordering the Imperial territory. You may start procuring the gold at once.
Sir, if I may offer my humble opinion, producing just one of these golden statues has placed a very heavy burden upon the residents of your domain. I've heard that it's not uncommon for them to eat the flesh of passing travelers, or their own relatives, to stave off starvation. If we were to try and create 4 more statues while they're in that state, then...
Some people would perish. Is that your concern?
Well, yes, sir.
That would be acceptable. Knights prove their loyalty to His Majesty by taking up arms on his behalf. Similarly, among the upper class, the nobles prove their loyalty through proper governance of the lands they oversee. So then you may ask, how is it possible for low-born peasants to prove their loyalty? There can be but one answer. Only through dying for His Majesty. Hopefully this is now clear to you, Oscar. To other business. Have we finally managed to suppress the rebellion that occurred in Findolf?
Sir, once winter has concluded and the path for our army opens up, 100,000 troops are ready to descend upon the town and its inhabitants.
When winter's concluded, is that right? You're telling me Buckwald and Arclight haven't begun to advance yet?
Well, no.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. You're telling me we have allowed those pests to trample over His Imperial Majesty's sacred land? For more than a month! This is unacceptable! The incompetence of my commanders is a disgrace! Do they know how this is going to make me look in the eyes of His Majesty? I'll be banned from the royal court! I am angry beyond reason. It is time to use Heaven's flames.
Danger. There is danger for the 7 heroes. They are going to be under attack very soon. I need your help in order to protect them. Go to them as soon as you can and channel my guidance.
What was that voice? And who are the 7 heroes?
It is time to destroy the pests devouring the lands of Freyagard. They shall all feel the heat of the rage burning inside me!
Help us. Help us. Please. Help us. Emergency! Emergency! Sending an emergency broadcast to all communication terminals. This is not a drill. We have an imminent emergency. Altitude 6,000 meters, distance 200 kilometers. A flying object is rapidly approaching Dormant from the south-southeast.
Ringo, we received the emergency broadcast, but we don't have a description. What's this flying object?
We can't identify it yet. So far, it looks
From
like...
its angle and trajectory, we have a very good idea of its point of origin, that's for sure. It's from somewhere in the Gustav region.
Wait! From what I can track, this thing is going to land right in the middle of Dormant.
It can only be one thing. Gustav is attacking the city with Heaven's flames. Got it, Ringo?
Leave it to me. Activate the anti-air missiles!
At your command, Ringo! If that turns out to be true, it'll be very difficult to destroy.
Ringo, were there any changes to the object's flight path and predicted landing point after you intercepted it?
Hold on. I'm calculating now. It's been diverted to a residential neighborhood in the southeastern block.
Here's what you need to do. Keep firing missiles so we can deflect it even further from populated areas. The more, the better.
Okay then. I'll do that. But do you really think this will work?
I've spent the last month researching it, and I've uncovered a lot about the Heaven's Flames weapon. I suspect this device is closer to a flamethrower than an explosive. That means it has to completely blanket an area to do any real damage. So we need to avoid a direct hit. Fire those missiles!
Got it. Here goes. There, Rabbit. Your assignment is to redirect that object into the ocean outside the city.
There! So far, so good. This last missile ought to do the trick. Launching now!
No way!
It evaded the intercept! We can't stop it! It's going to hit us! There!